11, and I'm back with some more messages. How you guys doing today? Hope all is well with everyone. The title is exactly what it is. You made a decision to let the chips fall where they may, and someone is furious. Someone is furious when it seems. Give me a second here, guys. Hold on, winners. Let me grab my water. Give me a second. Someone is furious with you. Because it's like, how dare you? How dare you make a decision for me, for you, for us? Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. So the first one out is the sun. Okay, we have this happiness. This is the reason. This is the reason you decided to let the chips fall where they may for your happiness. I feel like what that's what matters the most to you. You know, it's like you are now in a season to where you you literally sacrifice anything for your happiness because it's time. It's time for you to be happy. You've been putting others' happiness before you since the beginning of time. And it's like now you're fed up with doing so. You're tired of seeing other people smile. And on the inside, it feels like you're literally falling apart. So now you're doing something different. You're doing something different. You actually chose you this time around. And I feel like someone is upset that you're not in the energy of continuing to make them happy. You actually could have been losing yourself in a situation, and this don't just have to be romantic. You know, this could be with all types of relationships, or all the relationships that you've actually had. You were giving your all into situations, friendships, different type of relationships. And it was never reciprocal. You never felt like you received what you were putting out. Not for 1 minute. Maybe you told yourself that, that's what you were feeling. You made yourself believe that it was equal give and take. You made yourself believe that, energies was pouring into you, but it was always one-sided. It was always you. It was always you doing everything. But that has changed. Excuse me, guys. That has changed. That's what we have going on here. Hello, Chad. Let's see what we have going. Tap in, tap in, tap in. All the way in. What is the download in regards to letting or let the chips fall where they may? What does that mean for the collective here? It means confirmation. Did you guys say that? Here we go. Yeah, it means confirmation. Okay? This is what it means. It's time for your ships to come in. This is what this means. It's time for you to reign. It's time for you to live. And it was time for you to choose you. And for many of you, now may be the time. Because maybe you still didn't get there yet. Maybe you still didn't get there yet. Maybe you've been fighting to get to this place. But you realize that you had to sacrifice other things versus continuously sacrificing you. You couldn't catch a break. It's like no one ever really wanted you to be happy or feel happy. And this could be what you were feeling. Like no one ever wanted you to bask in it. See, this is basking in this energy. This is what this is. And it seems like no one wanted to see you here. You could have been extremely burdened from pouring into other people. But now that has changed. Your shift, I'm telling you, a shift change is occurring, or it's already here. What does this mean? Look at this. I'm telling you, listen to me. It's already here. You were being offered something, and it may catch you by surprise. Whatever this is going to catch you by surprise. But are you ready for it? Is what I just heard. Are you ready for this? Because I still feel like although you've chosen yourself, energies are going to try to still attack you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Because they are not happy for you. This is not energy that'll make other energies or whoever these particular people are happy for you. I feel like Spirit wants you guys to move in silence. You don't have to be loud about anything. And it's not that, you know, you are hiding what's going on, but just so that it'll work. And just so you'll remain focused on the task at hand. Because something you're going to have to physically work on, spiritually work on, in order for something to work. But that doesn't mean that you're not receiving it, because it seems like you already have whatever this thing is. Or it's extremely close. Collective, you wasn't even in the energy of being able to receive. Like, how can I put this to make you understand what I'm saying? You were not reaching for whatever this is. It's like it was you versus you. It was you holding you back. I don't really know if you felt like you did not that you didn't deserve it. Maybe you felt like you were not ready for it. Or for some of you, things could have got so tough till you really felt like you didn't even deserve whatever this is that's meant for you. And this is the reason why you surrendered. This is the reason why you say let the chips fall where they may. Because you're tired of showing up for others and not for you. And it's like if they don't understand that, then it's like, oh well, you made the difficult decision and you're not worrying about the consequences anymore. Maybe you was worried about how something will make other energies feel. Maybe you were worried about the repercussions, or maybe you were simply worried about what would happen after you chose you, in order to be able to still hold on to whoever this is or that is. I don't feel like you're doing that anymore. You're not. You're simply not. You're simply not. You've already accepted things for whatever it is. And if it takes for you to have to fall out with certain individuals, that's exactly what you're doing or you're going to do. You're going to live in your truth. You're going to live in your truth no matter what, because whatever this is, you deserve it. Look at this. A brand new passionate beginning. A brand new one. This is something new. This is a new direction. Many of you are going in a new direction. This is all collective. This is straight major arcanas, and you're leaving energies out in the cold. Yeah, you are. Definitely. Or someone feels left out in the cold. They feel left out from whatever this is that belongs to you. They feel left out of this. And that's why they're furious. Like, how dare you decide or make this type of decision and take this action, without including me. You have two major arcanas that came out. And for me, the sun is a great card. The sun energy is one of the best in the deck. The sun to me and for me is like another major arcana. And look at this. Look. Let me show you this before we dive deeper, baby. Okay? If you look at these three, right here, the sun, it came out in this order. Let's put it in the order it came out in. The sun, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Wait, did it come out or did I change the order? However, we have these three that came out. And look what you have here. 3 wands. This is what's coming in for you. This is your ships. Look at this. Your ships came straight in, clean in. Starting with this. Spirit said all of them came out, but it's starting with this because this is what you're holding in the air. This right here. This is you going in a new direction so that you'll be able to bask in this energy, this joy, and receive this. Something that you were pretty much denying. This is something that you were denying. Again, maybe because you felt like you didn't deserve this, or maybe because you felt like timing was off. Like it wasn't the right time for you to receive this. Or you were in denial. But I feel like now that you are basking in this energy and you chose this is what your hands is on this. Your hands is on it, collective. Your hands is on it. Your ships and came in right off the bat with 2 major arcanas in the best card. One of the best cards in the deck. Yeah. And I feel like whoever these energies are, they're oppressed because you received that. They thought you wasn't going to receive this. I see 2222, and today is 22. And I also took a screenshot earlier. Somehow I just looked down and it said February 2nd, 222. It was 2 o'clock and 22 minutes. This is what's going on. Your ships has arrived. And it's gonna, I'm telling you, you're gonna fall out with so many people, or things are just gonna end. It's gonna end. And that's gonna let you know that you made the right decision. That's gonna let you know that these energies never meant you any well or any type of good, because they never wanted to see you truly happy. And that's all you low-key wanted. First, it started off as being low-key. Like I said, you could have been going through everything internally. But now you on this high-key phase. Now it's like it's up there with you. And it's causing energies to feel like they're down here. Because they can't stop watching you, and they can't stop thinking about the things you may have coming in, but they don't know that you already got it. They don't know that your hand is already on it. But I feel like you have nothing to prove to these individuals. See, these are energies that want you to prove to them what God is doing for you in your life. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I feel like it's going to put you right back at square one. You considering others' feelings over yours. You may be sensitive in that department, you know. On top of you being this empath, of course you can feel. Of course you know. But you also too know that it's time to leave these energies right where they are. 23. Shout out to that 23rd light, the 5 of Pentacles. That's where they are. And that's where they're going to be. Because where you going, they cannot come. They cannot come. And look, if you pay attention, we have the sun that's setting here. We have the sun that's setting here in the background. Right? But before it set, it's showing you your pathway. Look, come this way. Your ship, you already know. With the Ace of Wands, you're headed in a new direction. And the sun is showing you, come this way. Take this leap of faith and head in this direction towards your happiness. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Or you did. Or you're doing. It all depends on where you at on your path. Where you at on your journey. Yeah. And I feel like some energies are going to try to trigger you while you are headed in this new direction with just mediocre things or things that they probably used to do to try to get your attention or to cause you to lose focus. Don't collective. Let's see what we have over here. I feel like this is personal for some energies too. Extremely personal. Keep your mouth closed, collective. Look at this. We have the hangman here in the reverse. Yes, I'm telling you, somebody did not want you to surrender to this new beginning. They didn't want you to do it. We have the hangman here in the reverse. They did not want you to go this route. Why did I just hear antagonize? I don't know if someone's been trying to antagonize you, but that's also too to no avail. That's also too not working at all. Look at this. King of Pentacles. You're going in a whole new direction and someone is waiting on you, or you just may have gotten with this person already. Yeah. Somebody wanna take care of you, collective. They wanna help you. This is somebody that wanna multiply or double your happiness. They wanna double your happiness. This is somebody that's been watching you and they feel like you deserve this. Baby, I just heard this could be someone from your past. Yep, we have the King of Wands in a reverse. Someone that didn't take the lead before, or it can mean that whoever this person is from the past, they don't want to be a player anymore at all when it comes down to you. I feel like this is, if this is resonating with you, this is someone that has reached a level of growth in their life. And they want to share something with you. But I feel like you may not trust whoever this is, because when the ball was in their court, they didn't take the lead. They dropped the ball. You may not view this person as a leader anymore. This could be the one that's furious. Yeah, look, the Lovers. I'm telling you. In the 10 of Staves, look, someone is burdened by action that you are taking or you took. Or maybe this is someone that was a burden to you, with the Lovers and the 10 of Staves. Or caused you burdens. Or was causing you to feel way down. Thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate that. $16 could be significant, 6 years or 10. I feel like someone here really wants to be your lover. But I feel like you going on, where you're headed, as you can see, this is someone that's solo dolo. You solo. You solo. And the impact, and you already knew that someone was going to feel this way once they found out the truth. The truth about what? could be who you are or where you headed. Let's see what this person found out the truth. What did this person find out? Why I feel like I can't speak? What did this person find out? What is the truth that they found out about the collective? The Hermit. Yeah. They found out that you went and did some type of healing here as well. You went within and you came out with a decision. And that decision is to let the chips fall where they may. They really hate that, they allow whatever this connection was to get to where it is. It's like somebody is saying they should have known or they should have caught on sooner. Okay, and what is that in reference to? Oh, this, that you were hurting. With the Hermit, this is you going within. And like I said a few words ago, you was in this energy. This is how you were feeling. And you know what? What I'm hearing, no one even noticed. No one even cared. The only time you got energy's attention is when you rose up like the freaking phoenix. That's the only time you got energy's attention. That's the only time they took you serious. When they witnessed you rise from a place to where they thought you would never arise from. And like I said, this is not just a lover. This is many others that wanted to see you burdened, carrying heavy loads and weighed down. You are someone that's good as gold, collective. Although, if pushed, I don't think they want to see that side of you. But you're still someone that's good as gold. Thank you for the gifts. You have a heart of gold. But not many people got to experience that. So I feel like you were not holding that against these people if they thought that you didn't, because everyone didn't get to experience you having a heart of gold. It don't matter what your position was. They didn't, it's not like you was going around just, but the people that you encountered you, they knew this for certain. And this is the reason why a whole lot of energies tried to take advantage of you. They knew you were empathetic, sympathetic, intuitive, and a rider. Someone that was going to have their back to the end. The beginning, in the middle, to the end. It was no doubt about that. But these people didn't show up for you in the same way. They didn't. And that's where you got fed up at. Once you accepted it. Like I said, you could have been in denial about or just going along to get along with these individuals or this person. It may not be a lot of people for, or a few people for everyone. It may just be one person. Take it as it resonates. But however, whomever it was, they never reciprocated that energy. What caused you to awaken is when you realize that they never reciprocated that energy one time. It's like you couldn't recall one time these energies or this person really stood up or showed up for you. You couldn't recall once. when you caught flashbacks and you thought back, it was always you doing the stepping, you standing up, you protecting someone else, and you didn't have anyone to protect you. So it's really going to be hard for these energies to get back into your good graces. It is extremely hard. I'm really leaning towards never again. You're not going to allow it. You don't care how much love they have for you or how much someone want to get back with you from the past or want to be with you. No, you gave them the chance already. And they didn't take advantage of that. Instead of taking advantage of the opportunities that you were giving them, they decided to take advantage of you. And that's what caused you heartbreak. Yes. You never denied or shied away from someone breaking your heart, but they won't get the opportunity to do this again because whoever this is, whatever they try or do, it won't be shocking. See, you were shocked when these or those events first occurred, but now it's expected. Like you expect the unexpected from these energies now. As mentioned before, you expect a snake to bite you. You expect someone that had a pattern when it came down to you to keep that same pattern going. Many times when you deal with people, if they had a pattern with you and they got used to doing certain things, many times it's hard to refrain from that, right? And if you give them the opportunity, they're going to jump right back into that. Even if they try to, have this facade going. Either in a matter of days, or a matter of minutes, a matter of seconds, their mask is going to slip again. So you are on to whoever these energies are. You just not allowing it. You are truly focusing and focused on you. And I say tapped in on you. You are. You don't need unnecessary distractions. You don't need people that was never in your corner or by your side. For real. With pure intentions. You don't need these individuals. They were never pure. They never had pure intentions for you to begin with. And now that you have received what the divine had in store for you, they want to talk about remember the time. They want to tap into Michael Jackson energy. Remember the time. No, you don't remember. All you remember is when you went within and you had to go within to heal from people that were supposed to love you. That's all you remember. And you shouldn't forget it. But that don't mean that you should hold on to it at the same time, if that makes sense. Do not let that affect you on a day-to-day basis. Because really and truly, what these energies thought that they were doing to you, they were really doing it to themselves. Because what goes around comes around. And they won't be able to handle whatever this is once it come back to them like you did. I don't even think they'll be able to stay the course like you did. You stood there, you took it all, you became burdened. You carried so many burdens and obstacles to where you almost got used to feeling like this. You almost felt like that energy was normal. You were pretty much normalizing that type of behavior from these individuals or this person. But not today. This won't ever happen to you again with no one. This opened you up. This opened your eyes to a whole new world. Because again, many of you didn't even know that this type of behavior was real. Maybe you thought that, when you could have heard that, you could have been like, I just hope that any type of energy never find me. And here you are, all caught up with something that you thought that you'll never have to go through, because you thought that you had people like you, that you found people like you, that you connected with people like you, that you got into a connection with a person like you. But that wasn't the case. Somebody could have even just been using you to manifest different things. I see the Sun and the King of Pentacles, unless you are this King of Pentacles. And I feel like if you are this King of Pentacles, that's the only thing you could be focused on right now, because that's the only thing that's going to make you happy right now. Ooh, did you guys see that? Confirmation. That's the only thing that's going to make you happy right now. So in this instance, it's like the best revenge is your paper, whether you a man or a woman. But I also feel like at the end of the day, these energies want to try to sabotage that for you. But it will only happen if you believe that they can sabotage this for you. You see, that's what you was missing in the beginning. Once you found out certain things, you believe that, you put energy into it. So by your energy being in the mix, your potent energy, it kind of made things appear to be what it wasn't, or seem to be what it was not. I'm telling you, collective, watch how you think and everything, because you're so powerful. You understand what I'm saying? You are extremely powerful. And anything that you think or say, it becomes a reality. It becomes a real reality. And you be sitting somewhere like, why did I say that? Or why was I thinking like that? And that's how you know that whatever else you think about, it works. It don't just work from a negative aspect. It works all the way around the board. You need an example? I just heard someone say, you need an example of what that means. Let me give you a quick breakdown. Just say, for instance, you sitting at a red light and you say, the next car that comes, it's going to be a black car. Just out the blue. And you could be sitting there and be carrying on or doing something, but then got distracted by something else. And the next time you look up at the light, if it's your time to go or if it's your go, you look up and see exactly what you said was going to be there. And it's a small example just to let you know that whenever you say things, it's really happening that way. Nothing that you say is for nothing. Everything you say, you're guided to say, even your thoughts. If you think it, then say it. You were guided to say it, and it's true. Sometimes you may think, just say for instance, you have a court date, and you could be someone that used to be back and forth, going to court, or in that bingo, whatever the case may be, and be like, yeah, today is the day. I already feel like, today I'm gonna get locked up. Just say, for instance, you say something like that, something extremely negative, and things could have been working in your favor. But since you put those negative thoughts in your mind and you spoke it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you started pouring energy into those negative thoughts. Boom, you go in there, and the very thing that you were saying was going to happen actually happened, even if you had another way out or another opportunity for things to turn out for the better. You understand? Be mindful of how you guys are thinking. And I want you to know, practice today not saying anything. Okay, especially if it's negative. Do not let it come out of your mouth, because you have entered a season of potency. You are very well seasoned, whoever you are. Don't forget it. Please believe it. Please believe it. Go back to the old saying. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. And let that apply to your life as well. Okay? Because I'm telling you, all these good blessings and all this stuff that's happening for you, you don't want to mess this up, because you deserve this. You've been through so much. You've been through so much. And the only, I'm not going to say that you may not have had anyone in your corner, but it was really God, if you think about it. It was really the Lord, if you think about it. Look at this. What? What? Cut the deck, and what we have? The Nine of Cups and the Magician. I'm talking about everything that you need. Straight wish fulfillments. This is powerful. Every time I start speaking on you guys, something beautiful come out. This is powerful together, these two collective. Look at this, right? This is infinity and beyond. You, number one, this is for the chosen one. This is for you. You have everything that you need, along with complete wish fulfillment. If only you can hold back on the way that you think and the things that you speak that can negatively affect you. Yes. Okay? Because you're moving forward. We have the Chariot here, and then we have Temperance here. Yes. You're going to be pouring into your own cup, baby. That's exactly what you're going to be doing here. This is a lot of images with just one person on here. The only thing I see with more than one energy on it is the Lovers. And that's because someone is feeling left out in the cold. What do we have for this person being furious? Why is whoever this person is furious? Could be because of this. Because you're pouring and say, look at you. Look up close and personal. How you are pouring into your own cup and you don't give a rat's. You don't care who bothered by it. You don't care who bothered by it. You don't care who has something to say. This is what you're doing. And look at how everything around you is growing. And look at this sun sticking by you, sticking with you. And you're an angelic being. Definitely an earth angel. You standing right, you grounded. Some of you been getting grounded. Some of you could have just grounded yourself today. Let your feet hit the concrete. Let your feet hit the grass. You understand what I'm saying? Two of Staffs. Y'all know I be talking and I be forgetting what I be wanting to say sometimes. I forgot what I was clarifying. I was clarifying the Lovers. I know that, but I forgot what I said. But with the energy that I'm getting, I'm quite sure it'll coincide with what I said. I said, why is this person furious? Thank you, Spirit. And we clarifying the lovers. And we have the two. We have the two. We have two. Okay? The Two of Wands. The two lovers. Because they feel like this is supposed to be you and them. Now they feeling like you guys are something major, or you guys were something major. If we multiply, we have that 6 times 2 is 12. Major. The number 12 represents something major. A major cycle ending. A major cycle beginning. But I feel like you already went through this phase of having this major cycle with whoever this person is. Now a major cycle is ending with this individual, or has ended. But they're still holding on. They're refusing to let go. It's like, what about me? You know, remember me, remember us type of energy. This could be someone that you made plans with, and the plans went sour. Like I said, whoever this person is, they dropped the ball on you. They definitely did. I wouldn't be surprised if this person became like the other energies that you had to let go of. Maybe they were one and the same. Same energy, different bodies. I don't even think that you ever thought that you'd feel this way about this certain individual here, this lover. This could have been a soulmate or a twin flame. They have on the same thing. You know, they doing the same thing on the lovers. This could have been like a twin flame energy for you. That turned out to be the biggest lesson of your life. You realize that this person, you only met this person so that they can push you on your rightful path. And I don't feel like it was one-sided either. I feel like you could have helped this person grow, and they could have pushed you on your rightful path. And maybe that's all that twin flame connection was all about. Nothing more, nothing less. Maybe you wanted more because it felt so good. Maybe when it was good, it was good. But when it was bad, it got bad. Because I feel like this is someone that betrayed you in the worst way for no reason. And you didn't do nothing but help this person level up their whole entire life. That's what you did. And now they have to return the favor. And they pushed you into your purpose. And you gonna go. You on go. This is you on go. The number 7 is on here. Yeah, you looking like you didn't want to leave this person in the dust, or behind, or left out in the cold. But you did. Because you had to. Because of what they were doing. You had good intentions. This person didn't. They didn't even want you to surrender. They didn't want you to have a new beginning. They didn't want you to receive any type of unconditional love. They didn't want you to be happy. Because if they wanted any of these things for you, they would have given it to you themselves. Yeah. They had multiple opportunities to do so. This is somebody, it's like they devised a plan to hurt you. And they followed through with it. They followed through with it. hurt you and give in to other mediocre situations is what this person did. And that is unforgettable. Yeah, you could have been at a place to where you were unforgiving and you were not forgiving this person, but you realize forgiveness is and was always for you. To see a situation or see this person for exactly who they were and move away from this person because they were not good for you. You know the 50 Cent quote when he said sometimes a person could hurt you so much to when you say, hey, I gotta push back off this person because this person isn't good for me. That part. And for others of you, it could be people and this person. It could be the whole shebang. You could have had so many energies coming after you at once because they didn't want you to reach your destiny. They didn't want your destiny to be fulfilled. Because somehow in their mind they felt like it was supposed to be them. Or it shouldn't have been you. Why you? You know? And that's the irony. This is someone, you are someone. And I'm not saying that other people don't go through things. Of course they do. But you are someone, especially as a chosen one, you go through so... you know, listen. The things you had to endure is indescribable. You know? One wouldn't even one wouldn't even be able to do what you're doing right now or what you did. They wouldn't have been able to overcome or accept the things that you had to endure. Only you can do that. Only you could have done that. So imagine being upset with somebody that if the roles were reversed, you wouldn't probably even be existing right now if you had to be the chosen one. But imagine being upset with someone that is chosen. I'm quite sure by now some of these energies would have definitely unalived themselves. I'ma just say it straight. I said, let the chips fall where they may, and be speaking the truth. Having to do the things that you had to do, having to overcome the things that you had to overcome, these, I guarantee you, these energies will be a memory. They're not strong enough to do what you were called and chosen to do. And they proved that many times over. And since they could have been acting in an obnoxious manner and you were always cool, calm, and collective, they started despising you for that. Like, you know, along with other things. Could be because they fell in love with you and they feel like they shouldn't have fell in love with you. Others of them, you know, because they feel like whatever your calling is, it was supposed to be for them, knowing that they was gonna crumble. Listen. Listen. They were gonna crumble. If these energies had to trade places with you for one day or be you for one day, they'll fold, collective. But yet, they want to try to destiny swap. They want to try to be like the collective. They want to try to do what the collective do, but you ain't willing to put in the work like the collective put in. You don't have the guts to put in the work that the collective put in. You would have been tapped out while the collective stayed tapped in. And this is why you should be happy with what God called you for. What he chose you for. Not for what no one else have or what they got going on or none of those mediocre things. But for these energies, it was all about what they can have. But these are the same individuals that were calling you materialistic. How are you going to be materialistic when you could get exactly what you want by yourself? Okay? By yourself. These energies need other people to help them. And that's not to say that you may not. It's like everyone needs someone, but listen what your spiritual is to understand what I'm saying. Material things mean everything to these individuals. And that's because they never had it before. Think about how 100% of society is hiding behind material things. That I want to say that is how they classify or signify or their work. And I don't know why I said that like that, but I did. However, we have justice here. Justice is being served hot or cold, on a cold platter. It don't even matter. Let it fall where it may. Hot or cold. It is what it is. But this is being served. This is what's on the menu for today. Or infinity and beyond. Justice. For you. Look what's here. Or how should I pull it out? Because this is how I hold my cards. We have an Emperor energy in the reverse. Someone that forfeited their contract to beat out. Listen, this can even be somebody that tapped into the energy of get down or lay down. For the material plane. So they pretty much, drop the ball on a connection with you to be an emperor in the reverse. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. And now they want to talk about a connection. But see, this person is trying to do it in a discreet manner. They're trying to come at you in a very discreet manner here, spiritually, where no one else can hear them or see them. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine somebody coming at you like that. To have a successful outcome, a King of Swords. Okay? Imagine that. Or to receive accolades. Somebody dropped the ball to receive accolades. Whoever this person is, this Emperor energy in the reverse could be a King of Swords. That's what they dropped the ball on you for. This. So everyone can see them like this. Imagine that. We also have Aries here. Pretty much fire and air. Imagine that. They only care about how people see them. And try to come at you on the spiritual plane. This energies that care too much about what someone else has to say. which means these energies are still Toys R Us kids. Like I've been telling you guys for almost 3 years. Look at this. I'm telling you. Look. And this is where, see, when nobody's looking, this how they are though. You know? Crying over. Then I say tutu. Then I say that. The Lovers. And it was something else. The Two of Staffs. The Two of Wands. And now we have the Five of Cups. And this is the energy. The Two of Cups. I don't know why I just heard, while I'm alone in my room, I hear my conscience call. I don't know why I just heard that. I don't even know if I said that right, but that's what I heard. That's the lyrics that I heard. What do we have? The Ace of Swords. Yep. In a reverse. Why? Because someone here has not been living in their truth. And remember, we are clarifying why someone is furious, right? Because they have not been living in their truth. Everything's been a lie. And look, celebrations. Even pretending to be happy with whatever type of life they live in, a lifestyle. These energies are not, or this person is not. Not for 1 minute. And again, we have air and fire in a reverse. They in the reverse collective right along with this emperor energy. That's what they could have been. And you know, this is what they have to hold on to, what they could have been. You are very in tune. You are very insightful. You are very spiritual. And this person know that. Because why they know that? Because they are too very spiritual. But they can't listen. They can't let others know. You know? In fear of losing something. They can't let others know what they know. But they do know. Or they did. Because remember, we got repercussions will let the chips fall where they may. It's always consequences, and it's always repercussions for an action or actions. What's more, Spirit, about why this person is furious, or these people? Why is this person or these people furious with the collective? And that's why keep your mouth closed, collective. Do not let these energies know what you have going on, because they are, like I said, they may even want to try to place you under some type of attack, because no matter how or what they're doing, they feel left out in the cold by you. Yeah. And this is also, too, someone that's suffering in silence. See, they picked up what you put down. What we have. I'm about to go, baby. Okay? Nine of Swords. They picked up what you put down, but it's even more potent. They done went from the Five of Swords to this, to the Nine. Quick. But what does that mean? They're furious you left them. They feel left out in the cold by you. To where it placed them in the Nine of Swords. Can we make this make sense, Spirit, please? And thank you. What does this mean? The Nine of Swords. you know, guys, as a side note, I just come to terms with, I feel like I do better with reads at night. I don't know. That's just, I don't know, baby. Could just be my scorpionic energy. Everything better at night for me. I don't know. You know? And I do have to get up and go to work in the morning early, but I'm just a night person. I'm night. Like, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Queen of Coins in a reverse. Yeah. Because they didn't got, it's like X marks the spot. Okay? And they won't know anything about this. This could be you, the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, the King of Pentacles is already here. That could be you, Divine Masculine. But we have the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. They can't know about anything. I told you, keep your mouth closed. Spirit is saying, especially in this department. Especially in this department. Because again, this is energies or a person that's infatuated with the material world. Right? And if someone is only seeing you like this or will respect you if they can see you like this, then they are not worth being in your life, in your company. They shouldn't have a seat at your table. And that's what's bringing this person down to their knees. Them feeling left out in the cold. It's all about pentacles. Look. They didn't even get on their knees for you. But they got on their knees for these pentacles that's in this puddle. Make that make sense. You guys could have been very compatible. You guys could have had everything together. But they chose what they chose. The King of Pentacles could either be you or this person. You could be the Queen of Pentacles, or you can be the Queen of they can be the Queen of Pentacles and you could be the King of Pentacles. Take it as it resonates, but as we know that's a perfect match. But there's an imbalance. Really, it's over. Okay, period. Nine of Swords. That's what it's all about. Status. The status quo. Like, this is unreal. That's the only way someone was going to respect you for who you were. To a certain degree. But for the most part, yeah. If they had access. This is the type of person that'll respect anyone that's given to them financially. It don't even have to be no love involved. Just finances. And it's like you automatically got somebody that's going to pretend to love you. Because behind the scenes, what's really going on is they're desiring to have this connection with the collective. Because I don't know if this person, if this is a lover, accidentally fell in love with you. But it's there. Okay? For you. It's there. But how they made you feel was how I just described it. Confirmation. That's how they made you feel. And they didn't try to correct that. You know, this is someone that let you feel how you were feeling when it came down to that. They never tried to tell you you're wrong about, you know, them wanting you for finances. They never say that to you, collective. They just let you run with that narrative, whoever this is, knowing that it was affecting you, knowing that that's the way that you were feeling, and knowing that that could have been possibly breaking your heart for you to feel like, you know, this person, they want you for who you are. They wanted you for what you can give or what you got. You know, that wasn't a good place for you to be in. But when you went within, everything changed. Everything. Nine of Swords, Spirit. Give me more than Nine of Swords energy, please, and thank you. Look, Page of Swords. Okay? You put this other sword with the 9, that's 10. But however, this is somebody that's spying on you. They watching you. It's like they can't tell you what they want to tell you. Now, for some of you, it could be because of a lover. Okay? If this is someone that things been over with, this with the lovers being in a reverse, this could be someone that have another lover and they can't tell you how they feel because of another lover. Okay? And it could have them in the freaking Nine of Swords energy. Knowing that they left out in the cold by you, but can't open up and say anything to you because they could have jumped into something else with someone else. I don't even really feel like you care about that, though. You could have, or maybe you never did. It's either one of those. Like, look at this. I can't make it up. I cannot make this up. Not if I tried. We have the Tower. This is someone that's experiencing a freaking Tower moment. They spying on you. They watching you. Definitely want to communicate with you, but feeling like they can't. Someone could be dealing with a Gemini, or someone that has strong Gemini placements, a Gemini moon, Gemini rising. Okay. Yep. The Ace of Coins in the reverse. This is somebody that lost. This is a major arcana, and then I say the number 12 represents something major, a major cycle ending. They lost out on a major cycle with a major person. You. The Tower. But they still gonna experience this Tower. It doesn't matter who they with. I mean, that'll be even better for Spirit if this person has someone else to go out this Tower with, but they going. What is the Tower? Why did that come out? We see the Ace of Coins in the reverse. What is the Tower? What is the Tower? Thank you. Look at this. Why this keep coming out? Did I pick this up? We had a Six of Cups over their past life love. You. And the Hierophant came out with it. I cannot. 6 and 5 is on here. That's 11. Now they feeling like you were their ordained person. The person that they were supposed to be with. I told you. With the 5 of Cups. They're regretting whatever decision they made. Look, the 5 of Cups right under it. They're regretting whatever decision they made from this aspect. This Hierophant represents marriage. They were supposed to have an extremely high level of commitment with you, collective. Yep. But they refused to give you that offer. They gave it to someone else. And you're perfectly okay with that. I feel like you just want to be left alone. You know? You're letting bygones be bygones, and you just want to be left alone. But even if this person leave you alone, they always end up coming back. You know? And that's why we heard early on to antagonize you. Because they're upset. They want to antagonize you, thinking that they're hurting you with a new connection when you don't give a rat's behind. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 minute. They're the ones didn't take this. They're the ones hurting behind not taking this leap of faith. They're the ones that was concerned about what other people had to say about them. This person will make up a whole bunch of excuses as to why, or give their theory of why something didn't go like this. Whatever this person is saying is a lie. Flat out. They did what they wanted to do, and you're okay with it because now you have chose you. It is what it is. You chose you. Look at this. I can't make it up. You already chose you. As you should have. So one thing you know, a zebra don't change their stripes. And look what type of hat this person is wearing. Huh? It's bull to stop you, to block you, because they know that you can have something real with someone else. You could be someone that's extremely likable, okay? And how they know that is because they like you. You know, whether it's a lover or whoever this is, take it as it resonates, right? But I was really picking up on heavy lover energy because the lovers came out. You know, it could be someone that could have been your lover or was your lover or you thought had what it took to be your lover. Yep, the Knight of Coins. Hard work. You focus on what you're working on and what you're working towards. Okay? And the payoff is going to be great. Just keep the faith. Always have faith. It's going to come right on time. Whatever this is, or you're going to be able to do something right on time. And I'm going to leave that right there with that part. Because like I say, you don't want to say too much because energy's always on a mission to try to stop you and block you, and they'll try to use what you say against you as well, or what others say about you or in reference to you. Yeah, we have the world in the reverse. Somebody don't want to close a cycle. They're refusing to close a cycle. They're refusing without you in it. And that's crazy because this is happening spiritually. Do you understand? But look, judgment is going to reign on this situation. This person or these people is going to find themselves wrapped up into something that they can't get out because they do not want to leave you alone. When they had you, how you feel is like they didn't want you. It don't matter if it was platonic. Either they didn't want you around, they didn't want you in their life or in their lives. So it is what it is. If this is a lover, they did what they did. That's done. It's over. Okay. Look at this. Knight of Cups. But they don't. This is the reason why they don't want. I don't know if you having dreams about this person, these people, whatever the case may be. Okay? But this person don't want something to end because they want you to accept this cup of love. I'm telling you, listen with your spiritual ears. Because this is spiritual. This is not where you can, something that you can physically see. They're not going to show this to you. This is spiritual. With the Emperor in the reverse, this person could have been the Emperor energy. But now they're distorted. They forfeited their contract and now they don't, because they didn't want to abide by the contract. And now they don't want to let go. Now it's like they're in the energy of, I could kind of get used to, you know, being called the Emperor or being the Emperor energy, but it's too late. It's too late. They didn't want that. The Ten of Cups. They didn't want this, but it was there. Spirits putting it right in the person's face, just like this. Like, oh no, you can't say you didn't know. It was right in your face the whole entire time. You didn't want it. And this is the reason why this person is stressed with the Nine of Swords and feeling left out in the cold, because they now want something that they cannot have. And that is judgment. That is the judgment. Look at this. Everything being slowed down for them too, because they didn't choose right. And remember, all of this is happening spiritually first. Everybody needs to know that whatever happens, it happens in the spiritual first. How can things happen in the spiritual first? What do you mean by that? Many times your intuition tell you things, whether you're a man or a woman. But it's even more potent if you have that woman's intuition, right? Your intuition tell you first if something gonna work out, if something not. And if you choose to do something else outside of what your intuition already said, then that becomes a you problem, because you were already forewarned. If that makes sense. That's the best example I can give you in regards to what that means. So what I'm saying is, I say that to say that things happen spiritually first. And you listening to your intuition is something spiritual. So it's always spiritual first before physical. You always get the news spiritually first before you physically experience it, or you physically see it, or you physically touch it. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Regretting this too. Regretting that shiesty energy. You know, there's someone that's regretting all that. They have a lot of regrets because they're dealing with a lot of bad luck. And you know, you may hate this for them. Just because you once loved this person or these individuals, you may hate this for them because they chose not to make the right choice and get it right. They chose not to take spirituality serious. They chose to look at a spiritual being, being spiritual, as some type of old myth that some witches that was on the witch hunt made up, or some warlocks that was on, you know, a witch hunt made up. Not knowing that God is a spirit. The creator, the one that created you. So everything, in order to communicate with God, you got to be what? Spiritual. And you got to do it in a what? Spiritual way. A spiritual manner. In spiritual form. Otherwise, it won't be done. Right? And to think that these energies couldn't think that far. Wow. I just heard it's bashful. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know. The proof is in the pudding. When you pray, do you see somebody right there? Or are you praying to the Holy Spirit? And somebody, they getting a behind-handed home on the platter from taking this lightly, taking it as a joke. Not handling the spiritual connection with care. Two of coins. They don't even got to worry about juggling highs and lows no more, because even this is over. Even that is over. The only way that this will get right or be made right is if this person repents. Repentance always works. If you mean it, this person got to repent. And ask for restoration. Ask to be restored spiritually. And many of you will be surprised how much time passed, how many years went by or went on for some that's just been living without praying, without repenting, without believing. And that's why somebody is being made out of a believer, and everything that they say prior to them being an unbeliever is catching up with them until they repent and be restored. I'm telling you. Look at this. Ten of Swords. I mean, let me hold these here so you guys can see. I'm not making this up. Ten of Swords. You know, this is someone that's blaming something on, this is someone that's blaming their lifestyle and the way they are on someone else. Pretty much saying that they got betrayed, so that's why they became a betrayer or whatever. But you don't do what was done to you. You don't do that. Of anything, you learn from everything. Everything is a lesson. You learn from it. You don't repeat a cycle of what someone did to you and try to keep it going. But when you are someone that's self-centered and selfish and only think of you and only consider you and your feelings, then that's the way that you're gonna be. Then that's the way that you're gonna think. But somebody here is getting a reality check. Four coins. They're afraid to lose this child. I'm telling you, look what they're holding on to. The material plane. They're afraid to lose this. Like, this is all I got. Warning before destruction. Because like I said, the intuition already told them this is where they're going to be, with nothing. Those same four pentacles where you see them at in this puddle of water, flushed out. That's the same four pentacles that they trying to hold on to and fight for, not even realizing. You see this in the background? This is something spiritual going on. Okay? And it's even here. They don't even realize that. They don't even realize. This was the warning before destruction. The destruction of whatever this is that they have. And it's going to be, the tower is here, collective. And hopefully somebody mediocre mindset go with this tower. So they can get a redo and be renewed and be restored so they can repent. That needs to happen. Right. Look at this. The Knight of Staffs. This is about somebody not being brave, not being courageous, being too consumed with what other people say, think, or feel about them. Instead of living in their truth, they had to be seen as, you know, the guy or the girl. Not knowing that also too get played out. Everything gets old. Everything. This one. Look at this. 5 of Swords. Yeah. Conflict and competition and confusion. This is more so confusion for someone. Straight confusion that they're going to be dealing with. So I have for you guys. Okay? And you going undefeated. Look at this. Okay? It's like defeat who? Because you standing on that big business. And that's letting the chips fall where they may. You done with this. You done with trying to fix people. You done with trying to help these type of people, per se. Right? You're done with trying to do that. You know, they didn't want it. You enforcing it. And that's the way that you're moving. Here on out. You know. And some of these energies lost you because they didn't choose God. They didn't know that you don't even get down like that. You don't even play like that. That's what I have for you guys. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you guys for the gifts. Peace, love, and blessings.